Now that we've just looked at paragraph styles and character styles, let's have a look at another type of style that we can use, and that style is called an object style. An object style will allow us to apply properties to an image that we have within our document. Let's explore how to create an object style. Let's begin by opening up the Object Styles panel. We navigate down to Window, Styles, and let's select Object Styles. For this example, I'm going to place an image. You can either go to File, Place, or we can simply use Command plus D or Control plus D, and I'm going to use an iStock image that I have, and I'm going to click and drag out the image on the page. Let's decide what properties we would like to record within this object style. I think the properties that we should record would be a stroke on the image, as well as a dropped shadow, as well as rounded corners. As we looked at in the beginning where we did rounded corners in our menu, let's go and round the corners first. So we're now styling our image that will be recorded as the object style. A bit of revision. We click on the yellow square. It allows us to round each corner. I'm going to hold the Shift key. I'm going to drag it in from the top right to the left. I'm going to hold the Shift key. I'm going to drag it from the left to the bottom right. Let's go and add a stroke. We do not essentially need to go to the stroke panel because in the control panel we can simply add weight to our stroke. Let's say we're going to add a weight of 3 points to our stroke. We're now going to add the drop shadow. I'm going to navigate to Object, Effects, Drop Shadow. Make sure that preview is ticked, and we can now style our drop shadow as we require. We can change the blending mode, we can change the opacity. I think the blending mode is fine. I would just like to reduce the opacity a little bit. So I'm going to hold the Shift key because that will reduce the opacity in increments of 10 while tapping on the down arrow. And I think we can take that down to 50. Maybe we can change the distance just a little bit. Double click in there to highlight that value. I'm just going to use the down arrow to bring that in a little bit closer to 2 millimeters. That looks great. We can also experiment with the angle, and I think we've achieved a lovely result. We can also triple click in the options of size, and we can also increase the size of the drop shadow ever so slightly. And we say OK. Our image has now been styled. Let's now go and create an object style from this. So from the Object Styles panel, we will click on Create a New Style. We will hold the Alt or the Option key and we'll click on Add a New Style. We can already see that it will have added the stroke and corner options. It's added the stroke. It's added a drop shadow. We can see what the drop shadow is. We've just adjusted it, and let's give it a name. Let's call it Rounded Corners and Shadow, and we click OK. We're not able to export this directly into our current CC libraries as we did with paragraph styles and character styles, but we can still reuse this object style. For that, we simply need to save this document. We'll navigate to the File menu. We'll select Save As. And we'll call this Object Style, Corners and Shadow. Now let's navigate to another document where we can reuse this object style. I've created a new document, as you can see on the screen right now, but we don't see our object style in here. So from the Fly Off menu, we navigate to Load Object Styles. We're going to find the object style that we've just created, Object Style Corners and Shadows, and we say Open. And it's going to have all of these properties ticked because we want to use them all. And there is our object style. I can simply click on the image and I can click on Use this object style, and I can click on the image, or I can select both of them and we can add the object style. So another very useful, time-saving and professional way of reusing specific attributes in a style. And in this case, it is the object style.